Okay, last video for the day. Welcome to the Mez channel. This is my trading journal based on my trading perspectives, my trading experiences, and my trading visions. You're free to disagree. You know what I'm saying. The motto is improvement, maintenance, and victory. We get better and we make profit. That's the goal. So this is an update on competitive trading. Now, I have a name for my aggressive trading system, and it's called competitive trading. I just had a thought just leave my mind, which is it's derived from utilizing a small account, and we can also utilize a universal account perspective to understand that when I trade this style, now this video, I'm not gonna remove it from my phone because I'm gonna put this in also on my Google Drive. I feel like this is gonna be a very important video for me. Universal account, small account. The goal is to compete utilizing your account in order to move your account forward. So the reason I'm starting with account and the thought nearly left my mind is because this is not necessarily about market efficiency, market perfection, market ease. It's not about ease. That's why I called it competitive trading. And understanding this is it's not really that much of a big deal. It's understanding that the market is based on context, real-time context. Today, what is the market giving me, and can I interact with it well? Now, competitive trading is like that, but based on mechanical points. I remember that program trading, which is my long-term gradual trading system, is based on discretionary trading, direct picking, cherry picking, selectivity. There's no competition. We don't compete with the market. And also, it's also based that I understand the market type to a point where I understand context of outcome, or the outcome of the context that's given by the market, and that's how the style was created. It's not just I'm selective, but I don't know what to select. No, there's a specific number of direct trades that I listed out. Again, watch the video of journaling. It's necessary to journal out your strategies, your psychologies, and understand how to utilize them, when to utilize them. Again, as videos go by, explanations become better because I improve. Again, I cannot put out a motto that I don't live by. Now, does that mean that I want to do everything? No, I don't want to do everything. No, I'm not going to do everything. Are you crazy, bro? So, program trading was about long-term perspective on trading. The long-term perspective of trading. How do I interact with the market every day to make profit the best way by interacting with multiple pairs, so I can be selective, so I can say, my confluence don't fit here, it's gonna fit here, and so on and so on. That was the idea of it, and the profit was made by understanding that I can juggle these time frames. I should utilize small lot size. The trades were based on movement instead of leverage. The more I do it, the more confident I get, all that nonsense. Okay, it's not nonsense, it's dope. It pushed me to create this YouTube channel, but the goal was to make this competitive trading system, and sometimes you gotta admit when you are wrong. Now, was I wrong, or did I not really understand, the entirety of the topic? Which is, again, some systems are based on plan, some systems are based on situation, some systems are based on both. Now, that one was based on plan and situation combined. And my reasoning to say I was wrong is because in one of the program trading videos where I explain how to perceive the market, where the market is perceived by what you choose to interact with. If you choose W's only, if you choose reversals only, from a perspective of confluence, I said competitive trading is the worst type of trading, not knowing that that's the style of trading I started with. That's the type of trading I've always wanted to trade with. But because of this negativity that's been roaming around the trading space, you trade one style, don't use leverage, don't, not understanding that everything has context. You use leverage if you understand the intention behind your trading. Like if I find a W and I have a 1K account and my intention is to make 10K, I can leverage that because it's one way or the other. It's either I'm going to make that 10K, I'm just going to blow my account. But if my intention is to grow and say I want to stay in the game, obviously that's a bad trade. But if it plays my way, who cares if that was a bad trade? So everything is context. Make a system. Why? It's not for the absence of work. You make a system, you put it to a test, it gives you results, and now you have a blueprint. Why? Because whenever you fund under those specific type of conditions and you utilize that type of specific type of character, skill, and belief, you get that specific type of result. Things like that. I don't really understand the context. And the context of competitive trading is a situational trading style on its own. The situation of it is that it's competitive. Competitive to the nature of my account needs to be better than yesterday. My account needs to be better than everyone who's trading today. I'm going to make as much money as I can utilizing this account by utilizing what the market gives me the best way I know how. I'm not selecting, but whatever the market gives me, I'm going to bait it, play around with it until momentum is bred. Why? Because this is also based on the pairs I choose. Why do I stick with gold, Nasdaq, and Bitcoin? They're volatile. If I'm in a trade, within 2.5 hours, I know that I'm correct or I'm incorrect. So that's how I know when this type of strategy works on in this type of manner. So I said it's bad, but it's not. It's situational. The situation is that my account is going to be better than yesterday, better than everyone who's trading Nasdaq today. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to move forward. Again, competition requires you to study competition. If you want to be competitive, you need to study not only yourself, but the competition. This means I'm going to be forced to look at other traders' results on a day-to-day basis. Now, does that mean I'm going to be on some, I want their money? No. I'm going to go on the charts, trade the way I trade competitively, put out my mechanical points, find my sniper entries, put out where I believe I should be taking trades, but I'm going to use them as fuel to see, oh, he made profit. Ain't no way this guy's better than me. Ain't no way this person will make profit and I don't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to wait for someone to say, send me a signal and tell me this is how you make profit when the chart is there. How did they make it? You know what I'm saying? Not to copy their strategy, just to get that drive to say, remember, you're competitive. You can make the most money here. So that's the nature of it. The one previously is for self. There's no competition. The market is free. It's great. It's ululu, you know. But this one, hey, this is demon timing, you know. So I had to understand these two factors, and it's good that these two sides, and which is always what I wanted to balance out. So yeah, competitive trading. I don't care if I lose trades, bait trades. I'm not necessarily here for market bias or direction. I'm here to capitalize on momentum in order to grow my account overall. And that means I'm going to focus on progress in order to win. The goal is not necessarily perfection, it's progress. If the market is going down, I'm going to find parameters to go down with it, put out structure. If it goes up, I'm going to, until I make my money. Why? Because again, the trader is the responsibility. The trader is the system. Like, you are the one who moves the needle. Regardless of how much I know, I'm the one who's going to have to come in there and prove to myself. Now, it's going to be very difficult to prove that to yourself if you don't see other people prove that. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't like trading in packs like that, unless it's a style like that, which is program trading. But competitive trading, no, I'm the best. Bring this market, bring this account size, any account size, and you must take it like that. Now, obviously, account size is going to be specific. The account size is specific. Now, You are beating the market by competing with structure, intelligently, and competitively. Perimeter and relevance, mechanical base trading. So this is based on the parameters the market gives me, the relevance of structure that the market gives me, and based on mechanical points. Take profits, breakouts, zones, anchored stops. You know what I'm saying? So that's the motto of it. Do I care? No. Then I'm also gonna put out the rule breaker. These are keys to victory. What is a rule breaker? Rule breaker is like, given that on a specific day, I can clearly see that this market is trading on a smaller time frame, and I can clearly see that there's a perfect entry. I'm not gonna go through my structure, my systems, and say I'm not allowed to take this trade. There's money on the table. Profit is also a reduction of risk management. If your account is at K and you clearly see a trade that can make you 5K. Now, I know that every trade is 50-50, but there's just some days where the market just says, here, you woke up early, this is for you. Or you got here in time, this is for you. You know what I'm saying? It's outside your plan, but it's inside the understanding of context. Again, like I said, the trader is the context. You are the one who understands what the market is saying. You understand that this, I know this. I understand these parameters that are being created. I understand where my trade is. And before my trade occurs, these parameters react this way. Here's 5K. What are you going to do? Profit is also a reduction of risk management. If your strategy was going to grow your account to 5K over a period of 30 days, and then there's a trade that could grow your account immediately, you take that trade. Risk is reduced tenfold. Now, does that mean you want to take all trades that look like that? No. On that day, you took that trade. Then tomorrow, you use your strategy. Why? Because your strategy is the best way you know how to interact with the market. And that gives you control over outcome, over psychology. And that's why we use it. It's not necessarily for perfection, but it's also for protection. So, yeah, I made progress in this competitive trading. So, program trading, competitive trading. One is gradual, long-term, multiple pairs, solid time frames, gradual lot size, for confidence, for efficiency, fluidity. You know what I'm saying? The time is for. It was also to capture, the best possible trades. That's why I found an extension, which is the 5 challenges that are derived from these strategies that I was using during the trading. Now, when I say strategies again, I had a confluence, but I also had particular direct trades that I knew the market produces, which I'm not going to let them slide. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just have to remove your strategy and you can clearly see the trade for what it is and just, compete with that. Then we have our competitive trading system. It's not about perfection. It's not about selectivity. It's about efficiency, parameters, and I don't know, there's something that's clogging my mind about these parameters and its efficiency. I feel like it's the idea of, do I really want to hold trades for long? It's not necessarily about holding trades for long, but about following the market mechanically using proper time frames. I'm going to use the M5, H1, H4, and the daily. The daily I can't leave out. That's not necessarily to tell me this is a trade, but it's there to tell me that this is no, it's not there to tell me the bias. It's there to give me direct swing trades. When the market has a direct swing trade, I can take it. I don't want to lose that. And breakouts on daily are also good. This is a long-term swing trade. Bases on dailies are good. It's a long-term swing trade. Small lot size, emphasizes the points that I have on H1. Maybe I have to trade based on bias when it comes to competitive trading. Competitive trading, I combine the daily points with the H1. And then if the H1 is too confusing, I utilize the H4 in terms of structure reduction. Then the M5, obviously, that's for the probable risk. If the market gives good signals on M5, I'm going to use that to pump the account. But it should be aligned with the H1, obviously. And the M5 points should be reflective to the H1, which is, another way I'm going to trade. I'll see. It gets easier when I look at the charts. I put out some points that this means that, this means that. And I did this. The thing is, I have I have a folder, 21 gig folder on Mega. I can't download it. I don't know why. The Wi-Fi is trash. So yeah, no, I appreciate the Wi-Fi, but I'm just saying it works bad this side. So what happens is there's a direct use of the strategies that I have, and from a mechanical point where I labeled out from the daily to the H1. But I think I know what I'm gonna do. But I want to phrase it in a smart way. I don't want to phrase it in a complicated way. This is going to be competitive trading, no longer fast aggressive trading. No, you're no longer going to hear the term fast aggressive trading, competitive trading. Once I do start putting it to the test, my plan is to put it to the test next week. Once I start putting it to the test, then I start making a shit ton of money, because the goal is maintenance, victory, and improvement. I will, I can, and I get to. I'm probably gonna post a couple of videos, then probably stop, because I have to, put these things allocate these things into proper resources. I can't just be having them on paper. I need to have hard drives and some PCs. You know what I'm saying? Because this is just a bit too much. Yeah. So I need a shit ton of money. The market, me, I ain't afraid of this. Like, you should also have a mindset to understand that whatever the market gives to you, let's not even have a mindset. The competitive system is that the market is going to give me what I need to deal with. I'm not afraid. I'm skilled enough to deal with the market success. And because I have evidence of this, every time I come into the market, I can see a good trade. I can see where I can make the blues. Even if I take a loss, a couple of losses, I always understand what the market is doing. So what does that mean? It means I just need to reduce noise around the strategy, the competitiveness. What do I want to not engage with? There's certain things I just don't want to engage with. Probably the H4, but I'm just going to give it a simple reason. Like, if everything is complicated, the elimination of structure, go to the H4 to minimize the usage of mechanical points to one breakout, one structure. Maybe that's what I'm going to use to put out on the H4, because the main goal of this is to use the strategy on the H1. The H1 is a beautiful time frame, and it's good because it can also reflect on other time frames. Now, I don't want to use H1 points too much when I'm now trading on the M5 and all that. Now, I want to compete, yes. I'm going to use the M5 as, I think I'm going to put out all the reasons for the M5 and the H1 in terms of how they interact. So I'm gonna be objective. I'm gonna be purely objective of how to best use the H1 and M5, list out its losses, its successes, and then choose what do I want to interact with. Again, confluence is about what you choose. So I understand the objectives, then I understand, do I really want to handle this? Do I really want to interact with this? If not, be certain points of it I'm gonna eliminate, which is certain entries I have to ignore. Now I'm gonna label out the objectives of the H4 with the H1. Then I'm gonna label out the objective of the daily, and then label out the objectives of the entire system and where it clashes, and then find out what do I want to engage with and what do I not want to engage with. Yeah, so that's how I create this system, create these systems. And that's because I don't go through my work. Why don't I go through my work? This is more like, it's like school, man. It's like, I ain't about to go back to year 3. I'm at year 7, I have to focus on things of year 7. I do acknowledge and understand that there's certain things that are derived from previous years, you know what I'm saying? That's why I reiterate them to myself. But for now, until I'm complete, this is where you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you also, again, make a decision in terms of what you need to set out. Don't be building too much. Next week, today's Friday. Next week, Monday, I'm going to put it to the test. And then, make a couple of videos about the outcome. Obviously, the outcome is going to be great. And after making those couple of videos, I'm probably going to stop making videos to improve the way I make videos, because I'm gonna be in a better position. You know what I'm saying? Confidence is crazy. That man right there. You know what I'm saying? The confidence is crazy. But yeah, I'm most definitely gonna be in a better position, because I'm not making this just to make this and say I'm a trader. No. Hey, I have a motto that I live by: improvement, maintenance, and victory. I have to win, and what I need to win is this type of money. I'm gonna label out what I'm content with. I know I want more, but I need to label out something that's very attainable, something that's content, something that's gonna press me. But I want it to be in alignment with this aggressive trading strategy. There's no absence of work, no matter how perfect you've aligned it, and no matter how decisive you've been. Go in the market, be decisive, and make a profit. So yeah, that's basically what it is. I just lost my train of thought. There's something I wanted to mention, but I forgot. It was me flexing, saying, yeah, I'm just gonna do it. It's gonna be great, because I don't care how hard it is. I understand the parameters I'm gonna put. I understand how I'm gonna perceive the market continuously, consistently, and then yeah, we're gonna work from there. We're gonna work from there and try to build something great. Try to build something amazing. Yeah, I need to take a break, because and another thing, routine, before I head out. Routine. My program trading taught me a lot. Responsibility. If you don't take care of your account, no one will. Accountability. It doesn't matter the conditions. It's about how you utilize yourself and what you have under those specific conditions in order to achieve. And achieving means forcing outcome. Forcing outcome by forcing yourself to do specific actions that drive you towards outcome. Then it also taught me, which translated into me performing specific actions that changed me as an individual. The professionalism. Why do I have to set out all these plans and these objectiveness? Because it teaches you how to be objective, how to be truthful. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, but I just have to be used to it. Today, I have a new training regimen, a new training method. I hated my previous training method. I trained twice a day. In the morning, calisthenics and all that athletic training, and it was bullshit. Then later it was weights, and it was also bullshit. But it was great, because now I have a routine. I have a routine now. Even now, even though I reduced the method of training, because I don't need to train that much. What am I training for? You know what I'm saying? So in the morning, I just do 50 calf raises, 50 squats, 50 crunches and sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and then resistant bands, 30 tricep, 30 curl, 30 shoulder, and 30 back, and that's it. And later, the gym. It's a routine. That's not how I feel. I don't like it, but I do it. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel more engaged. And that's the thing that a lot of traders don't understand, that you've changed, and right now you're just fighting that change. That, am I really that person? Yes, you are. You just need to acknowledge that, okay, maybe my surrounding hasn't changed. Maybe the people I hang around haven't changed, but you've changed, and you need to stick to routine. You know what I'm saying? Nothing great comes out of ease. There has to be some sort of commitment, and that's one thing I understood. Do I like it? No. But am I going to complain about it? No. It makes me better. Like when I actually look at myself, I look great. That's because I work out, and it translates into other avenues in my life. The way I eat, the way I trade, the way I prepare. Is it perfection? No. But it's prioritization. The specific things that make me move forward, I'm going to do. So even when you create these systems and styles, it's about prioritization. I understand the objectives, but what is my priority? Survival and growth. So even though my system can do all these great things, which points of my system give off survival and growth the most? You know what I'm saying? Then you have the ones of freestyling where, yeah, this one is a bit risky, but the upside is good. The downside I can handle. Again, risk is about how much you can handle. If you can handle it, then you're good. I think I need to write that down. And another key to victory: accepting how much you can handle, as a risk, because you're okay with losing this much because you understood how much you want to make. And again, it's about the market telling you what is needed, required on that day in terms of risk, and what you tell yourself you're okay with losing. So some days it's both, some days it's this, some days it's that. So yeah, let's make some money. Let's make some money. Let's make some money. Let's make a shit ton of money. Yeah, the market is going to produce signals regardless. I'm not afraid. Blowing is normal, but the goal is try not to blow. So you try every method. If you're it's either you're protecting your account per trade, or you're trying to stabilize your account per trade. And those are two realities I need to put in this system. I'm going to put in this system that the goal is progress. I forgot what I just said, but the goal is progress, and it's either I'm going to try to stabilize my account. I'm always going to rewatch this video, so I'm going to get some notes from it. It's either I'm going to stabilize my account per trade, try to strengthen my account per trade because this is competitive, or I'm going to protect my account. And that is program trading. Protecting your account is the main concept of it, because good traders are based on a track record. Someone who can protect the account and make withdrawals consistently. As much as we say trading is situational, fund consistently so you can have a better opportunity, that's when you're starting out. But as time goes on, you understand companies don't want to lose more than they make. So they try to make ways where they fund less and make more. So my system is also based on that reality that I don't want to lose more money than I make in the long run. I want to be in a state where I fund less, but the return is overall broad, overall good. Again, keywords are necessary, and putting out these statements as broad as possible, as complete as possible, as specific as possible, drives your system to perfection. When I tell myself that, look, I don't want to be funding wire, meaning I don't want to be funding always, and I don't want to be making less, or should I say I don't want to be funding more than I'm making. I want to fund less and make a lot of money. That means my system should be driven by that type of attitude. What type of person trades that way? You know what I'm saying? So what type of person trades in a competitive manner where they understand it's risky, but they're going to trade anyways to make that return? What type of trader is that? It's a trader that understands that it's risky, man, but I can make this money and I'm not going to blow, because I'm either going to stabilize my account per trade, or I'm going to protect it until I find a way to stabilize my account. And that's the goal. This is derived from a screenshot which I took one trade. And I didn't take one trade. It was a sell trade, I think like 4 years ago. I took this trade. It was a $300 account. The trade went to 8K, but that was like 2 days long. I took like blow this account type of trades. You know what I'm saying? Because I understood this is $300. I can afford to lose $300. But my goal is not to just take one trade and withdraw. I want to be able to trade continuously. I understood the fluctuation of risk is based on context, based on me. You know what I'm saying? The context is going to tell me how much risk you need to take. And me, sometimes I'll tell me, say, you know what? I don't mind losing 20,000 in a 40,000 account that I've grown from 300. Why? Because this 20,000 that I'm losing today is going to take my account to 100K. And that's the understanding that I need to have in my competitive trading. And why am I putting out so much for myself? Why am I putting so much for myself? Why am I saying such a mouthful? Because I'm in the process of creating the program content. Now, when I say program content, this is not for people. This is for traders. This is what traders should do. Whenever you attempt something, you need to create an entire training system for it, because it's like a new job. If you're interacting with a new job, train yourself on the best ways to interact with that job in order to accumulate or acquire that specific outcome. I want a specific outcome, so I need to train myself on how to maneuver that outcome. That doesn't mean it's going to be absence of work, but it's going to be prepared for work. So this tells me all the things that I need in order to prepare for my work. So it's going to be like 11 videos, screen recording, teaching myself on it, on an illustration, telling myself these concepts. Obviously, you have to research these concepts. Your psychology required, the strategy required, why the strategy doesn't work, where it doesn't work, all that. Put it on, and then now make videos on the best way you can use it to achieve your goal. Now it's straight up goal and attempt. How do you do it? After that, you create precise resources, like a list of your strategies, the type of risk management and when are you going to use it, the fluctuating types of risk management and when you're going to use it, the concept of you not minding to put up 20K because you grew your account to 40K, not because you funded 40K, but because you grew your account to 20K, you don't mind losing, 40K, you don't mind losing 20K because you can afford to grow it again because you have enough skill and you know the outcome. And if the outcome is positive, your account is more stable and you're moving progressively. No one is going to pay you for your discipline. No one is going to pay you for your consistency. You only get paid for your effort in the market, how well you treat yourself, how well you feel you are deserving for whatever is on your chart. So don't think about other traders. Don't think about the concepts of discipline, change, and yes, we have that because we create all these systems. But when you're in the market, you are paid for your activity, how well you think you deserve outcome. So yeah, this is a bit juggled up because this is me brainstorming. It was not necessarily a topic. It's a live trading chat. I like these live trading chats because I actually get to say what I want without actually preparing that much, and the ideas start coming out of what I actually need and think. So yeah, put the direct material. Then after that, it's the date. You put out the date and you commit to it. I'm starting Monday. It's day 1 Monday, and I'm going to be ending on day 30. Put out on the calendar. Every day you're going to have to clock into work. That forces you to know that you can't be blowing this account. You're clocking every day until on this day, December 21st, you should be having the account complete. You might not hit the goal, but you should still be having your account done. Would have done something. Should have done something. That's the mindset. I'm not going to blow, but my account should have done something. I know my goal, even if you don't hit your goal, but by the end of that time period that you set, which I'm probably going to set 90 days, even though it's aggressive, I don't think I should be setting a short time period. Longer time period, more market conditions, more money. So I think I'm just going to set it 90 days. I wanted to set it a short period of time, but what am I rushing for? This is my trading style. This is my system. This is my career. So you should also take it like that. You are in pace. You are the boss. You are number one. Pressure, no chance. No chance. I think you are the special one. So you have to take it like that. So yeah, I'm thinking. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I'm thinking about this. I'm so happy that I get to do this. Macho man, you should also not think about failure. You should also think that, yeah, I'm the macho man. I'm hired by myself for a reason. I'm helped by God also. If there's no one to support you, God is there because, reality is God, every piece of it. So why wouldn't He help you? So prove that to yourself that, okay, I deserve to be here. And also tell yourself every day, the more you work, what type of person would be acting like the person who's trying to achieve this goal. Even in the market, tell yourself, I can see this trade, but me who achieved this goal, would I act like this here? Yes or no? The result also is going to tell you. The more you grow, you can see that, I'm doing good. This result is telling me, me who has grown this account to 40K, I can rest 20 bands. Now, I'm not just saying fund 40K and go rest 20 bands. If you've grown your account to 40 bands, you can afford to raise 20K because you understand intention. You understand this is a game of capital management. You know what I'm saying? This is not financial advice. This is a journal for me based on my perspectives, my visions, my realities. You are free to have your own whatever, and we ain't gonna mind it. So yeah, that's basically what it is. Live chat about I don't even know. But this is live chat on the creation of competitive trading. I was wrong. Competitive trading is good. You can compete with the market every day and still make a profit as long as you have a complete system that understands the ins and outs of direct market context or real-time market context. And then you need to also understand the risk perceived. What are you perceiving? You are at work. When you put out a timeline, you're at work. Prepare. I don't know. Thought that was a gang sign. So yeah.